ask you, what are cryptocurrencies? Simple two-liner is, it's like this. Cryptocurrencies, ladies and gentlemen, are digital assets. Digital assets. You are familiar with digital assets. You know, the money in your bank, yeah, that's also a digital currency. Yeah, so if we keep it for a long term, it's digital assets. Digital asset. Now, cryptocurrencies, it's a digital asset. It has value. It has value. And this particular digital asset is not controlled by banks or governments. That is why we say it has no centralized control. Then who controls it? The people who use it basically control it. Yeah. So basically that is a simple explanation of what is cryptocurrencies. Now, cryptocurrencies came into existence because of a technology called blockchain. You are going to hear this word over and over again after this, and so many different places. Now, what is blockchain? Blockchain is a method to store information. Where is this information stored? It is stored in the internet. And once the message has been stored, it cannot be hacked. It cannot be tampered with. It cannot be changed. It is permanent for as long as the internet is going to exist. Yeah, so that is blockchain. And you also know what is cryptocurrencies. Today, the global value, we have 23,000 different cryptocurrencies. The global value is about $1 trillion, and approximately on average, almost $50 billion is being traded on a daily basis. Now, we want to get our hands on this traded volume. We want to get our hands on this traded volume. That is what we want to do. And how are we going to do this? We are going to use robotics. That is what we are going to look at next. Yeah. So let me just quickly dive into the next slide and introduce you the robot that we use. The name of the robot, ladies and gentlemen, is royalq. It has been in the market for 2 years, slightly more than 2 years. Currently, this robot is being used by 1.6 million people from all over the world. Last we saw it's being used in more than 200 countries. And to date, this robot has generated 131 million US dollars for its users. What an impeccable, what an amazing track record. That is royalq. So we are going to go take a look at this robot and understand this robot a little bit more, so that you can use it to your advantage. Now let me go on to the next slide, ladies and gentlemen. Let me go on to the next slide. Now this robot, it does trading. What does it trade? It trades cryptocurrencies. It only trades cryptocurrencies. Yeah, it doesn't trade anything else. It only trades cryptocurrencies. Now, in order for us to trade cryptocurrencies, we need to have an exchange. So where does the robot trade? It can trade in Binance, it can trade in Huobi, it can trade in Indodex. Indodex, for your information, is the biggest cryptocurrency exchanger in Indonesia. It can also trade in Kraken, the biggest exchanger in the US. It can trade in Bybit. It can also trade in OKX. Now, these are all exchanges. Yeah, all these are exchanges. This is where the robot does its buying and selling. Can we buy and sell manually? Of course we can, but we are choosing to use the robot because it makes everything much more efficient. Yeah. Now, what these exchanges they provide something called the API. They provide something called the API. Now, what is API? API stands for Application Programming Interface. And what does it do? It is basically like a bridge that allows the robot to go into the exchange and trade on your behalf. And this API also monitors the robot. There are certain things the robot is allowed to do, and there are certain things the robot is not allowed to do. So this API, which is created by the exchanges, monitors this robot to allow it to do its work effectively and to protect you at the same time. Yeah, I hope that was clear. Now, this robot does trading. What do we mean by trading? It means buying and selling. The robot buys crypto and sells crypto. How does it know when to buy and when to sell? The robot monitors the way that the market is moving. You know, the market is always moving up and moving down. This is how the market moves. It's always moving up, it's moving down, it's moving up, it's moving down. And what happens is the robot monitors this market, and when the time is appropriate, it will buy, and when the time is appropriate, it will sell and give you the profit that you are looking for. So that is what the robot does. Now, why do we use the robot? Why do we have to use the robot? Because First and the most important thing is when we are trading, we always need to have a bit of capital. Okay, we need to have a bit of capital. And when we are using the robot, we have a way of keeping our capital safe and also trading efficiently. Now, let me explain this. Why do we say capital is safe? Because your capital is kept in the exchanges. You do not give your capital to someone that you don't know. You do not give your capital to a company that you don't know. No, you don't do that. Your capital is kept in your own account in the exchange. Your capital is kept in your own account in the exchange. Yeah, and it's under your control. You can take it out anytime you want. You can monitor it as much as you want. It is under your control at all times. The robot has no control over your capital. Okay, talking about this, probably you know of people who get scammed. Cash, I'm sure we've always heard of people getting scammed. Yeah, and you know how scams happen. Do you want to know how scams happen? When the capital leaves your control and goes to someone else, you can be scammed, because once your capital has left you, you have no way of getting it back. Most people who get scammed is when they give their money to someone that that they don't know, or they know, or send their money to a company, you know, that they have no power over. Yeah, in this case, what happens is your capital with royalq, when you are trading using robotics, when you're trading using royalq, your capital is in the exchange under your control, and that makes it a very, very, very safe way to trade. I hope that is clear. Another reason why we use royalq is because it's efficient. It allows us to trade efficiently. Why do we use robotics? Because it's efficient. Now, can we trade without using the robot? Of course we can. Of course we can. In fact, there are some people who do that really, really well. You know, if you want to trade manually, what you do, you sit in front of your laptop, computer, mobile device, and you look at your chart day in and day out. You know, you're looking at it, and then you're making your decisions. But the problem is, not many of us have that kind of time. We are always busy doing other stuff. Some of us have to work. Some of us have to take care of children. Some of us have to study. Yeah, there's so many things that we are doing. Correct? That is the reason why we use the robot. Because once we have given the necessary instructions to the robot, yeah, the robot will take over and do the job, freeing us time for us to do whatever else that we want to do. Yeah, that is the reason. That is the reason why we use robotics to save, and we can trade efficiently. Now, when we are trading in the exchanges, you know, we will observe that there are various marketplaces. There is a marketplace called the futures marketplace. Futures. There is a marketplace called derivatives. There is a marketplace called options, and there is a marketplace called margin calls, margins. And then we also have the spot market. We have the spot market. Now, when we use the robot, we trade in the spot market. Why do we trade in the spot market? What are the traits of the spot market? What's so special about the spot market? Now, let me share with you why the spot market, so you have a clearer understanding of why we do the things that we do. Now, let me just clear this. And let us take a look at the spot market. Ladies and gentlemen, the spot market is a one-way market. What does that mean? That means you can buy the crypto, and once you buy that crypto, the crypto becomes yours. It becomes your asset. And once the price has increased, at that moment, you can sell and make your profit. Whatever crypto that you buy, you can keep it for as long as you like, because it belongs to you. In the spot market, whatever you buy belongs to you. Yeah, it belongs to you. You can take it out, you can transfer it elsewhere, and you only sell it once the price has appreciated, when you want to make the profit. So it's a great feature of the spot market. Another thing about the spot market is that there is no margin call. You will not have total loss. You will not be wiped out. You will not lose whatever you have. Now let me explain. Suppose you bought some XRP. XRP is one of the cryptocurrencies, and you bought 1,000 units. Yeah, you bought 1,000 units of XRP. You bought it at this price, whatever price. Now, due to some circumstances, the price of XRP has gone down. Yeah, the price of XRP has gone down. Yeah, you bought here, now the price is here. The price has gone down. Price has gone down. The value of XRP has gone down. Now, if you look at this carefully, only the value went down. You never lost the quantity. The quantity is still with you. You still have this 1000 XRP units with you. The value may have gone down, but so what? You give it some time, and what happens is the market will recover. Give it some time, the market will recover. Once the price has gone up from higher than what you have purchased earlier, at that time you can sell and take your profit. And you can do this because you never lost your units. In the spot market, you do not lose your units. That is the reason why we say there is no margin call, or you don't have this wipeout and total loss happening in the spot market. A great place to trade when you want to manage your risk. Yeah, so I hope that is clear. Let's carry on. Another thing about the spot market is this. If the market were to move against you, if the market were to move against you, all you have to do sometimes is just allow the market to correct itself. The market will recover and come back up. The market will recover and come back up. We have seen this over and over again in the crypto market. If you allow enough time, the market recovers and comes back up and gives you back your profit. It happens all the time. It happens all the time. Now, when you want to trade, let me just tell this to you guys here. When you want to trade, never ever trade with borrowed money. Don't go and borrow money. Don't trade with this large amount. Don't start, if you're new to this, don't start big. Start small. You can actually start small, and then you can go slowly. You can take your time, bit by bit. You can grow your assets and take it to any amount that you want. This market is actually friendly towards you if you treat it with respect. Yeah, that is the reason. If the market were to go against you, all you have to do is hold. Yeah, holding is also a strategy. Hold, wait for the market to come back up. At that time you can sell because there is no margin call. Yeah, I hope that was clear. Another thing is when the market is moving against you, it also provides an opportunity. What kind of opportunity? Opportunity to make money. Let me explain. You see, when the price goes down, some professional traders, what they do is they will buy the dip. They are buying the dip. Price goes down, they buy more. Price goes down, they buy more. Why are they doing that? Because when the price goes down and then they buy, they get more and more coins. They get more and more tokens. And why would they do that? Because they know eventually the market recovers. And when the market recovers and then it goes up, they can sell all the coins that they bought on the way down and make a handsome profit. That is the reason you must also know when to buy. You must know when to hold, and you must know when to buy, because the spot market is friendly towards you, and you can hold and you can buy. This is what we know. This is what we call as capital management. Why do we use the robot? Because we can automate this capital management and trade well. That is the reason why we use robotics. Now, why did I explain about the spot market? I explained about the spot market simply because our robot trades in the spot market, and I wanted you to know a little bit more about the spot market and how it operates. What's next? What do we want to see? Our robot, royalq, ladies and gentlemen, its full name is royalq AI. Can you see this word AI right at the end? That stands for artificial intelligence. Human beings, people like you and me, we have natural intelligence, and robots that are created by human beings have this thing called AI. Now, our robot has this AI, this artificial intelligence, helping it to trade. That is the reason why it performs so well and it's loved by so many people from all over the world. Now, let's take a look on how the robot trades. Now, suppose the market is moving in this manner. Okay. Now, what do we call this movement? Let me just draw a line. I'll show you. Yeah, I'll show you. Let me just draw a line. Okay, from here to here. Can you see this? Can you see this? When I draw this line, can you see that it is generally moving upward? It is moving up, it is moving down. This chart is known as a candlestick chart. Each of this candle, either it's green or red, what it shows is how the market is behaving for a period of time. It could be a day chart, could be a 4-hour chart. Now, this is just showing how the market is moving. Now, can you see that the market is moving on an uptrend? It's moving up. It is moving up. This is known as an uptrend market. Suppose you told the robot to go and trade this particular coin. Yeah, to go and trade this particular coin. And you wanted the robot to take some profit. How much profit? Maybe you wanted the robot to take 2% profit. Now, in order to get that profit, what the robot needs to do is to open a position. It's opening a position. What do we mean by opening a position? That means it's going to spend a bit of money and buy this crypto. So the robot has done that. It has opened the position. Now it is monitoring the market. Market is going up, market is going down, but generally it is on an uptrend. Now this is 2%. You wanted profit of 2%. So this is 2%. This is 2%. Yeah. So the robot is monitoring the market. The robot is touching this line, and then the market is bouncing. This is known as the support line. So it is bouncing, and then it has reached this 2% mark. It has reached this 2% mark. We've already achieved the profit that you wanted to take. But the robot, being a smart robot, because it has AI, it looks at the market, and the market appears to be in your favor. The market is still going higher and higher. So it will now allow the market to go as high as possible, because the robot wants to get as much profit for you as possible. So it monitors the market, does its internal calculation. It is looking for the time when this particular line will be breached. Now, this is known as a breakout. It is waiting for this breakout to happen. Once the breakout has happened, you can see the lines have gone red and the market is now moving against you. When the robot is clearly identified, it has clearly identified that the market is moving against you, this is where it will close the position and take the profit for you. You wanted 2%, but because the robot has AI, it will end up taking more than 2%. Maybe it could be 2.5, 3, 4%. I have seen some people get up to 20, even 40% sometimes, because the robot monitored the market and tried its level best to give the maximum possible profit. That is the reason why we use an AI-based robot. Yeah, this is where the robot is closing the position and it is trying to give you the maximum possible profit. When you use this robot with understanding, I tell you, it will be amazing for you. Yeah, now this is an uptrend. This is what happens on a uptrend. Market moves only in 3 trends. It can move on an uptrend, it can move on a downtrend, or it can move on a side trend. Now, we have seen how the robot behaves on an uptrend. Let's see how the robot behaves on a downtrend. You've told the robot to take some profit for you. You wanted 2% profit. So the robot opened a position. Opened a position means it has bought some crypto. It has bought some crypto so that it can sell it later for profit. Now, if I were to draw a line here, can you see now this line is pointing downwards like this? Now, this is known as a downtrend. Now, when this market, can you see the market goes down, touches this line, bounces down, touches this line, bounces down? This is known as the resistance line. Resistance line. Market is not able to breach it. It touches it and it's going the other way. So what happens? The robot has already bought some crypto over here. Now the market is going against it. What will the robot do? The robot will do something quite magnificent so that you can make more profit on a market which is moving against you. Let me explain. When the market has dropped to a certain level, that means the market has dropped, the robot will buy. It will buy. Can you see this here? It will buy. This is what professional traders do. The robot buys. Once it has bought, the market may go up or the market may go down. But in this scenario, the market is going down. So what does the robot do? It monitors the market at another level or at another layer. It buys again. Now the price is even lower. And when it buys, it gets even more coins. It is getting even more tokens. It's like buying on a discount. It's getting more and more coins and more tokens because the market is moving down. The market is moving against you, but you are able to accumulate even more coins. It is now observing the market. Is the market going to go up? Is the market going to go down? The market continues in its downward trend. The robot buys again. It is looking for this breach. Can you see here? It's a breach. This is what we call the breakout. Once the breakout happens, the market is now moving in your favor. The market is now moving in your favor. When the market is moving in your favor, the robot now gets ready to sell. It's observing the market. It's doing all its calculation. It wants to sell all the coin that it bought on the way down. It wants to sell all of it at one go. And then this market is moving in your favor. It's doing all its calculations. And once this breakout happens again, and the robot has detected that this is the right place for it to sell so that you can get the maximum possible profit, it will close the position and take profit. Can you see this? Now, people like this uptrend because you will make profits. But do you know what? When the market moves down and then up again, you tend to make a lot more profit. Now, this type of movement is a lot more favorable. Yeah. Now, in case you're wondering, how does the robot make all these decisions? It uses something that is known as the dollar cost averaging method. Now, what is this? What is this? It works like this. When the market drops a certain percentage, the robot buys a certain amount so that whatever it buys, it can sell in a shorter time frame for a higher profit. That's what happens. That's what happens. Yeah. And when you are able to do DCA or dollar cost averaging on a downtrending market, that is what we call the martingale trading strategy. That's what the robot employs. Now, the market moves in three different trends. Now, this is the uptrend. This is the downtrend. There is another trend called the side trend. Now, this side trend, it moves like this. It moves between these two lines, between support and resistance. A lot of traders do not like the side trend because they believe that the market is not being supportive. But the thing is, robotic traders, they like this simply because the robotic traders can take small profits repeatedly over and over and over again. For side trends, we use Greek trading strategy. On downtrends, we use the martingale trading strategy. Our robot does both. Not only that, it has a special feature. It has a special feature called the sub-bin mode. Incredibly powerful trading method, sub-bin mode, combined with this martingale and Greek trading strategy, makes royalq a hybrid robot that can operate in pretty much any market conditions. Now, having shared all of this, we want to know whether this robot has really proven itself. Well, in the last 2 years, this robot, slightly more than 2 years, this robot is being used by more than 1.6 million people. 1.6 million people in more than 200 countries. 200 countries, ladies and gentlemen, is practically the whole wide world. The whole world. And currently, this robot has brought about not 130, but 131 million US dollars to its users. That's crazy. That's crazy. That is crazy. Now, if you were to go to Google Play Store, and if you were to check out royalq AI, you will find that in Google Play Store alone, more than 1 million download has happened. Now, if you look at Apple Store and the website users, 1.6 million users. That's crazy. That's crazy. Now, why am I sharing all these figures with you? Because this is what we call a superb track record. If you want to use anything, if you want to buy a product, if you want to know whether something really works, you have to check whether it has really worked and performed as what is being claimed. And this robot, ladies and gentlemen, has got this incredible track record, superb track record, which makes this robot so loved, and so used all over the world. We know this robot works really well. Next thing is, how much is this robot? Can I afford this robot? Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is probably the most affordable robot anyone could own. Most affordable robot that anyone could own. What is the price of this robot? It's $120 per year. $120 subscription per year. Now let's take a look. 120 divided by 365 days in a year. This is like $0.33 per day. $0.33 per day is about RM 150, ringgit 1 ringgit 50 cents. That's in Malaysia. Yeah, in India, this is INR 28. In Sri Lanka, the other day somebody gave us the value in Sri Lanka, LKR, kind of low as well. Now you can convert this to your local currency, $0.33, guys. That is probably a cup of tea. A cup of tea, pretty much anywhere in the world. That's a cup of tea or a slice of bun. Yeah, that is the price. And you can get this robot for this price, a price for a cup of tea. So that is pretty much affordable. It's a very affordable robot, $120 per year. Now, ladies and gentlemen, there is no other packages for this year. There's no like diamond package or gold package, all those things. No. It's $120 fixed, and everybody gets the same incredibly powerful robot. That's it. That's it. Any other cost? Yes, another cost called the gas fee. How does this work? Let me also explain this so you understand. Every time the robot is trading, the objective is to make profits. Where does your profits stay? Your profits stay in the exchanges. All these are the exchanges. That's where your profit stays. 100% of your profit stays in the exchanges. Whatever profit that the robot makes, it stays in the exchange under your control. But the thing is, this robot, it looks at the market 24 hours of the day. It is monitoring the market. It doesn't complain. It doesn't sleep. It doesn't eat. It doesn't drink, with one single objective of making money for you. So every time the robot is able to get you the profit, you will need to give it or pay it a small gas fee. How much is the fee? Whatever the profit that the robot made, from that profit, 20% is payable to the robot as the gas fee. That's what you pay because the robot works for you. This is the robot's salary. Now, the thing is this, guys. The thing is this. How do you pay this gas fee? It's like this. When you download this robot, from either Google Play Store or App Store into your mobile device and you install it, you will get this wallet. This is a USDT smart contract wallet. Smart contract wallet. So what do? You put maybe $20 or $30 into this wallet so that every time the robot makes a profit for you in the exchanges, it can just deduct whatever amount that you put into this wallet as its gas fee, because the robot cannot transfer out or withdraw any of your money in the exchanges. Is that clear? That's all. Is there any other fees? Absolutely none. Nothing else. That's it. 1 year, $120, and gas fee only when the robot makes its profits. Nothing else. Nothing else. It's lovely. It's lovely. It's lovely. Now, if you want to trade, you must have some capital. You must have some capital in the exchange. So how much capital do you need? Well, some people want to earn a lot more money, so they may want to start big. Some people may not have that much. They can start small. Basically, there is no fixed amount. It's entirely up to you. But if you are new to this, if you are new to robotic trading, or if you are new to trading in general, I recommend you start small. Start small, go slow. Start small, go slow. Do not be emotional. Do not try to put in a lot of money. This is not gambling. This is trading. And in trading, what happens is you build your assets over a period of time and make it big. So if you are new, start small, go slow. Do not borrow money. Do not use the money that you don't have. Do not go and use the money that you're keeping aside for emergencies, like your wedding, your kid's wedding, or education, or something to do with health. No, don't do that. You can start small and you can grow big. So that is how affordable and how wonderful this running in royalq. How do I earn in royalq? You have to understand that royalq is a robot that trades. It's a trading robot. It is a trading robot. So how do we trade? We trade based on how the market is moving. Sometimes the market goes on an uptrend. Sometimes the market goes on a downtrend. Sometimes the market is moving on a side trend. These are the three main trends: an uptrend, a downtrend, and a side trend. Side trend or sideways market. These are the main three trends. So what we do before we trade, we have to identify the trends. This is what we do. We identify the trend, and based on that trend, we trade. Uptrend is a great market to trade because we know when we go into an uptrend, chances of making profits is very, very high. Chances of making profits is very, very high because when the market is going higher and higher and higher, obviously, whatever you have done, the market is in your favor, you make profit. But the problem with this market is eventually it will have this breakout and the market will move against you. And if you don't understand the market's emotion, market psychology, and if you are emotional in your trading, you may get stuck in this downward trend and be in a floating loss for the longest period of time. So even though the market is on an uptrend, you need to pay attention on where exactly in the uptrend you are. That's very important. Or if the market is on a downtrend, now this is a great way to trade for you to actually get good profits. You can actually maximize your profits by buying at that strategic points, because eventually the market becomes in your favor and you can take your profit. You also have to do this. So a market that is moving on a downtrend is not necessarily bad. All you need to know is how to take advantage of when to buy. when to buy and then when to sell. A sideways market is a great market for the grid board. Professor Bhatta, you're asking for the grid board. This is a great place to use the grid board. But the thing is, you also need to know a grid board, a market that is moving on that sideways market, it can break downwards like this or break upwards like this. It can happen. So you need to know when your grid board needs to be changed to a martingale board, so that it helps you in your trading. So what we do over here, because we know many of the people who are coming for this event may not be serious traders, but you just want to automate your whole trade. So we are willing to help you. How do we help you? We work like this, yeah. That means me and a few other leaders, what we do is we are looking at these charts all the time and looking for the particular coins that we could actually trade. It could be an uptrend or a downtrend or even a side trend. We are looking at all these coins that we can trade. And what we do is we provide something that is known as the signals. Signals, very important, guys, signals. We provide the signals. What you need to do is, signal means we have identified a trend, and all you have to do is press a few buttons in your robot, yeah, and the robot will start to trade. Press a few buttons in your robot and the robot will start to trade according to the signals that we are providing, which means that your chance of making profits becomes much better. Okay, what is the premise that we use? When we are trading, we take very small profits. We only take like 2 or 3% profit. We only take 2 or 3% profit. Now, when we give you a signal and we say, okay, go and buy this particular coin and you set 3% profit, yeah, and let's say you don't have much to trade, you only have $15. Let's start with $15. Somebody asked what is the right amount to start. Let's start with $15. $15 is like in Malaysian currency, that's RM60. If you are from India, that is INR 1,300. You know, you can calculate that in your local currency. This is pretty much affordable. Why $15? That is the smallest amount that you need to trade via royalq, $15. Yeah. Now let's take a look at this. This is your first signal. You're using $15. $15. You're using $15. We go for 3% profit, and you get $15.40 around that. Yeah, $15.40. How long does it take for you to get this 3%? Sometimes it's just a matter of hours. If the market is aggressive, yeah, it's just a matter of hours. Sometimes it may take days. Sometimes it may take weeks. Sometimes it may even take a month or more. Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, eventually, whatever signal we provide you will deliver. Will deliver. So sometimes it's a matter of hours. Sometimes it's days. Sometimes it's weeks. Sometimes it's maybe a month. It's okay. Let the signal deliver. Set up the signal. 4 or 5 buttons for you to press. Set up the signal and go and do your work. Do your work. Whatever it is that you're doing, go and do your work. Wait until the signal delivers. Once the signal has delivered, you are going to use this amount, yeah, and trade again. Let me just write this over here, yeah, write this over here. You started off with $15. We go for 3%. Our profit was $15.40. Now, this is our first signal. Signal has triggered. Took a bit of time, maybe a couple of hours, a couple of days, couple of weeks, maybe a month or more. Never mind, it has traded. Now, you have $15.40. What do? You take that $15.40, use the next signal that we provide. Every day, we provide 2 or 3 signals for you. 3%, this gives you $15.90. $15.90. Great. Maybe a couple of hours, couple of days, couple of weeks, maybe a month or more. Doesn't matter. You've got it. You've got it. Now take this $15.90. This is your third signal. $15.90. Use this 3%. Now this, you are going to get $16.40. Great. Lovely. Keep doing this. Keep doing this 300 times. 300 signals. 300 signals. Do you know what happens to your $15? You now would have grown it to $106,000. This is what we mean by trade by compounding. Trade by compounding. You start with such a small amount. $15 you keep in your bank, it's not going to make you rich. $15, if you lose it, it's not going to make you any poorer. But $15, when you use it well, trading by compounding, it could actually take you to a whole different level. Is that amazing? Lovely? Is that lovely?